Hello, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be designing the last three gods from the video a few weeks ago. I'm going to be making a video about the lore and stuff later as I'm continuing to develop it. It's a continuous process. So let's get into how I designed these characters. So the first one that I'm doing is Order, and this one was really easy to do. I had some ideas and they just kind of clicked together and it was perfect and I loved it. Before this, I'd been working on the Earth God Rowan and it was not working out, so it was really nice for this one to just click together and work. It was so awesome. But this one's Order. I'm thinking for Chaos and Order, due to their lore, they have the same power set, and their domains are more based on what they use the power for rather than what it can do. So essentially, Chaos, so like for Chaos, she causes chaos, but like, it's more of like there's really no word to describe it other than chaos. She's kind of like chills. And then Order kind of keeps everything going, and it like keeps everything organized, and well, it's Order. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking for those characters. I wanted to have these tall, straight vibes going on, so I gave him some pretty tall horns, a crown, and like this robe that has all these straight kind of lines going across. There's just a lot of straight lines in this design. I thought that maybe if he ever like leaves, he probably would wear a cape. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I gave him this halo, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. But here I'm kind of just refining like the face, because I felt like it was pretty messy. I also just wanted to draw the crown over his eyes a little bit better. So yeah, I gave him elf ears like I did all the other ones, but yeah, I really like his straight horns. I like all the the very controlled lines of how things are going together, and how it gives off the vibes of like being organized and just like keeping everything in line. So I really like that. I think it really fits with his character, and yeah, that's Order for ya. The next one, and the one that I have the most footage for, is Arrow. Arrow is the god of wind, sky, and air, and I really wanted to draw a fairy because I thought that would be a little cool add-in to some of his other character traits. So I decided to make like his main design to be a fairy. I'd imagine all the gods can look like whatever they want, but this is what they choose to look like most of the time. Their form of choice, you could say. So I decided to make him a little trickster fairy because it was cool and it fit his vibes. For this one, I designed some of my other characters. I listed out some of the attributes and everything I wanted to use in a list on the sketchbook, so I knew what I was doing, and that's what I did for Arrow. When I was designing Arrow, I wanted him to embody the gods from like real mythology, like Hermes or Loki or like Set, like those trickster gods you often see. And also oftentimes I've heard in folklore fairies are tricksters, and I thought that would be a cool little add-in. And then we get a little some fun from Snack coming in. Arrow, ironically enough, is one of the gods of peace, freedom, and things like that. He's generally carefree and kind of does whatever he wants. And he doesn't stay in one world for very long. He's often just kind of doing things, jumping around. I wanted his clothing to be very flowy and free, so I gave him some baggy pants and this sash thingy that he probably uses for his magic. I'm realizing now that you don't really get to see their color palettes, but I'll be showing them in the lore video so I can explain them all to you. But for Arrow, I wanted his to be whites, light blues, yellows, and like a midnight blue. Basically blue and yellow. I wanted the midnight blue to show like the night sky, but his design is mainly focused on daytime. So that's kind of what I was thinking. We have some time, and I don't really have much to talk about, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you a little bit of how I've incorporated this into my current existing stories. I've been working on Myth Riders a lot, so I'll tell you about that one. So in the Myth Rider world, there are these 4 myths: Sky Dragon, Griffin, Phoenix, and a Light Dragon, and these myths are created by and given magic by the gods. So Arrow created the Sky Dragon, Ember, which I did name those characters, is the Fire Goddess, created the Phoenix, and Rowan, the Earth God, created the Griffin, and Mira, the Water Goddess, created the Light Dragon. The last one doesn't make much sense, but I have a Light Dragon and it's important to the story, so we kind of have to keep it and figure it out as we go. I was thinking maybe the Light Dragon could use the moisture in the air to refract and manipulate light, because water can bend light, so I thought that would be a good connect to figure out how exactly the Light Dragon uses its magic, specifically tying into Mira, the Water Goddess. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I thought it was a pretty creative thing to do, so I'm really, really happy and proud of myself for figuring that one out. But yeah, this is Arrow, God of the Sky, you could say. And I really like him. He's going to be a fun character to work with. This last god is Rowan, the God of the Earth, and it took days. This one I had a design. I even started a fully finished illustration before I came to the terms with the fact that I didn't really like it. So we went back to the drawing board and we're trying this again. So I made my list like I did with Arrow, and we began to work on a completely different design. With this one, I turned the design completely on its head and decided to lean into earth and rock, and we made his entire body completely out of rock. I found a few references of like rock people and some wood people that I wanted to use. And I tried to define all like the stones that make up the different parts of his body, and yeah, I came up with this. It's good. I kind of like it, but the proportions were giving me a really hard time. As you can probably tell, I was debating between 2 different several things, and yeah, we came up with this, and it looks pretty good. And then of course I had to add in some of my previous design elements, like the ears, and then I'll go in with his long hair that I had before. Right now I am kind of trying to define each stone and how it defines like the different forms of his body. So yeah, and then right here I'm deciding whether I want to add a cape and then of course his staff. So his staff is pretty cool. The God of Life gave him the staff to be able to create plants and nature, because I felt like that was more of a God of Life type power than a God of Earth type power. I feel like they kind of share it together, but the God of Life kind of gave him the staff to be able to do that because he just didn't want to do it. So yeah, I gave him the staff, and he's probably going to be glowing green. I make some notes about different colors on the sketchbook later, and I'm going in with some other design elements that I really did like. For example, like the long hair, and then I realized now I kind of forgot to add in some horns, because I wanted him to have like some sort of horns on his head, because I thought that'd be cool. Probably horns that are very, very, very similar to Order's horns. Anyway, I go in with this like layered capelet type thing, and then I was kind of done with it. Anyways, yeah, these are my character designs. I hope you liked it, and let me know what you think down below. You guys have a good one.